Hi everyone, my name is April and welcome to the first Halloween episode of Thrifted Transformations. I'm gonna transform these oversized pants and satin nightgown into a Princess Jasmine costume. And we got this purple and brown fabric for only $3 from the thrift store. And this off-white fabric is just some muslin I had at home. I'll be transforming these fabric into an Aladdin costume. To make Aladdin's pants, measure around the widest part of your hips. That means around your butt. Put the fabric on fold and then take the measurement of your hips divided by 4. Then measure out that number across the top. The next measurement you need is how low you want the dropped crotch to be. Then I take that measurement and make a marking straight down from the line I drew. From that marking, I measured out 7 to 8 inches and made another marking. This is how it should look like so far. Now I'm just going to draw a curve from the outer dot to the waist. And then to figure out how long the bottom of the pants should be, just measure from your hips down to your ankles. Cut out 2 pant legs, face them right sides together, and sew along the curved side only. Then, open up the pants facing the 2 seams together and sew the inside leg closed. If you want a detailed tutorial on how to make these pants and sew in the elastic, I have a video up on my channel. Now, I'm just going to continue and gather the bottom of the pants with a basting stitch. And lastly, I will add the elastic around the waist and the ankles. For Aladdin's vest, it was cheaper for me to buy the fabric than to buy a purple shirt, so we'll be making it from scratch. I put the fabric and t-shirt on fold and traced out the backside of the shirt. For the front of the vest, I traced out the same backside, but this time I am cutting out 2 pieces instead of 1. I also dropped the neckline, kind of giving it like a low V-neck. Lastly, I need to sew the front and back pieces together and I'm done. To make Aladdin's belt, I measured out Eric's waist and gave myself enough room for pleating. Now I just quickly and randomly pleat the ends of the belt. I pin them in place and then sew down the sides. Lastly, I just close the back with some Velcro. For Aladdin's hat, I'll be using some red felt I bought from Walmart, and I'm just simply cutting out a circle for the top of the hat and a 2.5-inch band for the side of the hat. Just pin the band right sides together with the circle and sew it down. The brand of my sewing machine is Juki and I got it from Sewing Machines Plus. If anyone would like me to do a review on it, please comment down below. Once we're done with the hat, we're ready for the final transformation. Now let's move on to Princess Jasmine. For the pants, I first cut off the belt loops. Then I'm going to take away the zipper by folding the front pants in half and sewing in a new crotch seam. For the back pockets, I don't want the patterned lining to show, so I'm going to sew it shut. Next, I'm sewing elastic around the waist and around the ankles of the pants. Moving on to Jasmine's top, I'm going to sew a sweetheart bodice using a pattern I already have at home. If you would like to make your own, you can check out my sweetheart bodice tutorial, but I'm actually thinking about making a more updated tutorial for it, so if you would like to see that, comment down below. To make the shoulder straps, take the measurement around your upper arm. Then decide how wide you want the strap to be and make markings in the middle. Now all you have to do is draw a curved shape from the middle down to the sides. Cut out 4 straps and then sew them right sides together. Make sure to leave a big enough opening at the end so you can turn it inside out. To give the shoulder straps more shape, I'm going to stuff them. Now it's time for the fun part, embellishing the top with some gold trim and jewels. Once the top is embellished, I finish it off by sewing Velcro in the back and sewing the sleeves at the sides of the top. To create the belt, grab a large sheet of paper and draw a line down the middle, and then take your waist measurement or wherever you want the belt to sit and divide that number by 2. Use that measurement and draw a line across the paper, making sure it is even on both sides. Next, I went up a ½ inch at the ends and made a marking. And then from that new marking, I went down 3 inches and out 1 inch and made another marking. At the middle of the line, go down 4 inches and make your last marking. All you have to do now is connect the dots with curved lines. You really only need one side to look good because you can cut the paper out on fold, so both sides are the same. For the back side, I'm keeping it simple, no V shape, and will be cutting out 2 instead of on fold since the back will have a Velcro closure. I also added a 1 inch seam allowance to the center back for the Velcro placement. For the base of the belt, I'm using this super stiff interfacing I found at Walmart, and I got 3/4 of a yard of it. After cutting out the pieces and sewing them together, I can reshape any areas that look funny, and if your belt ends up being too small or big, this is the time to make adjustments to it. Next, taking some of this gold fabric, I lay my belt on top and cut around it, giving myself a generous amount of space to work with for when I start gluing. Now, just simply fold the gold fabric behind the belt and glue down the edges. I'm using fabric glue, and it does take a little longer for everything to dry, so make sure you put some weights on it as you glue. Next, I'm gluing some gold trim around the top and bottom of the belt. Hot glue would work best for this part, but I ran out of the glue sticks, so I just went back to using fabric glue. I bought these colorful jewels from Walmart and glued them along the bottom of the belt. I wanted to make the earrings as well, so I just created my own shape and used the interfacing to give it some body. Once the earrings were made, I took some old earrings I had and glued them onto it. And now we're ready for the final transformation. Thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Thrifted Transformation. And if you want to see more Halloween thrifted transformations, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also, go ahead and leave me a comment down below telling me what costume you want to see next. See you guys next time. Bye!